I guess. So I'm on my way to work, and I was thinking about this topic of why I started a YouTube video, or why I started a YouTube account. I didn't necessarily think, I didn't know if I was going to make a video about it, but I kind of wanted to answer that question because, to be honest, I don't know. I've been doing it now for like a couple of weeks, probably like 4 or 5 weeks. I've been consistently posting. I think it just kind of came up with the idea when I bought that winch. And I was like, this is kind of interesting. Let me post a video, see if anybody else is interested. Because I hadn't seen a lot of people I hadn't found a lot of content of people running their winches at 24 volts and trying to use lithium batteries. It just kind of felt like something that wasn't really covered that well. So I was like, well, let me throw it up there in case somebody's interested. So then I kind of met with this question, and it's like, well, why am I doing this? Or why should I continue to do this? I think this is what this video is or this conversation, I guess, even is gonna be about, because I don't know, it's not monetization. I'm on my way to my job right now. Like, I have a full-time job. I'm not, looking to get rich off of YouTube. I mean, I wouldn't deny a check if they want to, Google or Alphabet wants to write me one, but I like what I do, so it's not really that. Like, I'm not like a get-rich-quick kind of scheme sort of thing. And so I think one of the things maybe driving me towards it is that, I enjoy YouTube. I think, I remember exactly when, too, I kind of started consuming YouTube, like as a regular form of media. I think it was like right after I got somewhere around the time where I got my first job out of college, or maybe it was my second job, but we were starting to do kind of all right, me and my wife, and we decided we wanted to get a new TV. I think this is one of like not the first purchase, but like one of the first purchases where I was like, oh, well, I feel like I can afford this like nice thing, like this luxury. So we bought a Sony Bravia 55-inch TV. I think it was like $2,800. So I'd never really spent money on like luxury items like that before. So it was kind of like, it was a feel good. But the reason I'm telling you this is, so I'm a software engineer by trade. So one of the reasons that I went with the Sony is because I was very interested in the smart TV platform. But I didn't want to just like get like some hinky one. So I decided when we bought the TV, I really wanted to go on an Android TV. So we bought that TV, and I think we were consuming all the regular stuff back then. I don't think we had cable, but Netflix, Hulu, whatever. But the thing is that Android TV obviously has YouTube loaded by default, and I'd always kind of consumed YouTube maybe more in like a more tactical manner. Like, I'm looking for like how to disassemble, a Frigidaire fridge to replace, the fan or something like that. Like, it was never entertainment, I guess. But so I started using the YouTube on it was like, oh, like, you watch this on my phone, or you watch it on the TV, and then you start like seeing like recommendations, and then you just kind of watch some stuff. And then I started kind of following a few people, and it was like kind of fun to like watch on a Sunday morning. Like, I really like Andrew Caramata. I watch Kevin Builds, or I forget his channel name, or what it used to be, Modern Prep or something, or Modern Self-Reliance. I think it's Kevin Builds now. Bama Bass, this guy that's building a 5-acre pond, and like a bunch of other stuff. So I started following those guys, and it kind of started becoming like a Sunday morning thing. Like, we'd get up, I'd watch some YouTube. When I'm going like running, I'm gonna be on the treadmill, I'll turn on YouTube. So it's become like probably like my number one form of like media consumption. Like I still watch Netflix and stuff like that, and you know I watch like shows with my wife, but I would say I get a lot of satisfaction out of like watching YouTube content. I feel it's more authentic, especially like these build videos, versus like if you go watch something like on HGTV, it's like all staged, it's like a lot of like fake drama. But so the reason I'm kind of saying this is I think one of the reasons that I'm posting is like I enjoy it, and I was like, well, maybe I'll enjoy. When I enjoy consuming it, maybe I'll enjoy posting it. So there's that. I think another thing is I kind of went through this like period in life, like I like right out of high school, I was like very like hands-on, like doing a bunch of projects. Like I fixed all our vehicle, like got into carpentry, I like maintained our finances, like I just like anything that like you needed a skill to do, I like wanted to know how to do it. And like what ended up happening is like life kind of got moving on, and I had more responsibilities. It's like it's kind of really easy to like do a brake job, but it's not necessarily easy to like maintain a car for like the rest of its life. Or like you start a project to like you're like, oh, I want to take this wall down and like do something different with it, but like to actually follow through on that project. So what ended up happening is like I had a lot of like dangling tasks that like needed to get done, and they weren't necessarily becoming like enjoyable anymore. I think I really burned out, and I kind of like stepped back from like doing stuff. I haven't touched it in like 10 years, but this 85 Ford that I bought, crew cab, the flatbed, and I remember used to coming home from work and just like going out like in my back, like get home, change into my like work, like my dirty clothes, and go out, start working on it, 5-6 o'clock, and then like come in at like 9 or 10, and I would just do that, like, and I got a ton of enjoyment out of it. And I haven't really been that way in a while until just recently. Like I'm kind of starting to get back into doing things. And I remember back then, I'm like, oh, I'm doing something really cool. Like, I'm so grateful that I get to like do these cool projects, like rebuilding my Ford or whatever. Like there was just a bunch of stuff that I guess I was capable of doing. But like I said, I kind of got burnt out. So I think kind of coming back to like that point of view is like, now that I'm kind of like re-entering this stuff, it's like I do kind of still feel that way, like, oh, I'm doing something really cool, like, the winch with the lithium batteries. I'm going to be starting a build pretty soon. I'm taking a welding class, and I have that trailer that you guys have seen in the earlier videos. It's I want to say it's like 21 feet from the V-nose to the back, 8.5 foot wide and like 7 foot tall. So it's a decent one. It actually replaced my old trailer. My first trailer was like an old like converted horse trailer. It was like 6.5, so I could like barely like stand up in there. It was like 6.5 wide, 14 foot long, no V-nose. It was like, I got it for like $600. It was like falling apart, so I had to place it with my tools. But I ended up buying this trailer a few years ago, and my plan is to like kind of deck it out. It's been sitting there, but I'm finally getting around to it now. But the kind of the unique thing that I want to do is like I see all these builds on YouTube, people, mostly woodworkers, decking out their shops or their trailers, and they're doing it all in wood. And one of the things I want to be able to do is I want to be able to keep my cabinets, my lowers on wheels, so I can like bring stuff out, because it's, granted it's a big trailer, but it's not like a shop. So I'd really like to be able to like wheel out my table saw, wheel out my miter saw, or wheel out my welding table, and then come back and then like kind of slot them in against the wall, lock them in, and then they've got their place. And I can do small stuff in there, but if I like want to like take it out on a nice day, I want to be able to wheel them out. So like I need like decent sized casters that are like meant to go over like the humps on the humps on what's the name? The drop door on the back of the trailer, and like go over like, you know, rocks and things like that. So it can't just be like those little hard wheeled casters. So what I've been thinking is like, okay, well, I make it out of wood, it's going to be really heavy. So I started thinking like, well, what if I made it out of aluminum? I'm like, I bet I can make it really strong. So like it could take like the torsion of like me taking it out and taking it over all the bumps, and I don't have to worry about it like twisting or anything like that. And I want it to be that strong. I'd have to use a lot of wood. But if I make it out of aluminum, I could probably make it pretty light and like still do it. So I started looking online. There's really not a lot of like cabinets, wood shop cabinets, kind of shop cabinets that I see that are made out of metal, aluminum, or steel. You know, a lot of people are making them out of wood, which is cool. Like, but I haven't really seen that opinion. So like that's another idea, like kind of why I wanted to start doing this. It's like, all right, let me like, I think this is a good idea. Maybe it's not. But let me document it and I'll throw it up. And if anybody else has kind of had this idea or wants to, you know, wants that like lightweight, high strength performance, maybe they'll try it. And they'll get some benefit from watching my videos. So, I don't know. I think that's another characteristic of like kind of why I'm doing this. But I don't know where we're at. I think we're at like 13 minutes now, so I don't want to, you know, talk my whole way to work, but we can make this video super long. But I think that's kind of it. I think, you know, I want to, you know, do the thing that I like to consume by producing, see if that makes me feel good. So far, I think so. It's a little bit of overhead for sure, you know, taking your phone out, recording, stopping, editing the videos. I'm only doing it on my phone right now. I know there's definitely, you know, more efficient ways to do it, but I'll cross that bridge when I get there. And, you know, sharing a unique perspective, which I think I have on some of these projects. And then, I think lastly, it's just to kind of keep me engaged too. Like I'm going to do mostly like project stuff, and I think the things that I think, this kind of goes back to getting burned out, I guess, but I think the things that I think are unique and cool, I think this is maybe a little bit of an insurance policy. Like if I do post this stuff on YouTube and people do find it interesting, maybe there's a better chance that I won't give it up again. Because that would suck, because, you know, I enjoy this stuff. To be honest, I think I was a little depressed when I gave it up the first round. It was like too much. Just a different period in my life. But yeah, so I think that's it. I think, you know, I don't know the answer exactly, and I kind of expect that I'll kind of like learn it as I go. It's not one of those things, like a lot of times I'll set a goal. It's like, you know, I want to run a marathon. I need to, you know, run 20 miles this week, you know, 5% more next week, you know, et cetera, like here are all the milestones I need to hit. This is my pace that I need. Like that's very much how I go at life with a lot of things. I'll set a goal, but this is a lot different. Like I'm not, like I said, I'm not after like monetization, so I can't say like monetize or get so many subscribers, or at least I don't think that's what I want it to be. It's more not tangible, intangible. So I think I'll kind of figure it out as I go, you know, what I want to get out of this. And, yeah, so just wanted to share this, and more so I just kind of wanted to talk it through. So if nobody watches it, it'll be a pretty inexpensive therapy session. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.